Good morning, everybody. I hope you are all well and had a beautiful week. It is officially summer, and I have been working behind the scenes to get my garden ready for it. I was able to finish planting most of my seedlings, with the exception of a couple of tomato varieties I'm growing to preserve. Now, most of the job is done from my side, and all I need to do is to water by hand my recently transplanted seedlings, since my watering system needs to get fixed and it is still haunting me. Nasturtium flowers grow really well all year round, so in this garden bed I wanted to grow a new variety called Salmon Baby. I did notice though that some of my seedlings suffer a lot in the seedling trays, waiting to be put in the soil. Hopefully they still grow, but some of the sunflowers that were supposed to be for cutting flowers are starting to bloom a tiny flower. Luckily, my sweet potato snips have survived the heat wave we had a couple of weeks ago, and my zucchini plants have been producing abundantly. These days, I have been deadheading my calendula blooms to encourage the production of new flowers during the summer season. I love calendula tea during winter, and usually I just harvest them fresh from the garden, since they grow pretty much all year round. But I wanted to dry some of them for the in-between months when the bolt and new plants are still growing. Another task during the first weeks of July is to prune the tomato suckers of the small tomato plants. I like to prune the suckers at the beginning of their growing, but once they reach a height of around a meter or so, I let them grow wild. A trick I often do when I'm lacking tomato seedlings is to prune the suckers and repot them. They will grow roots and are clone of the plant from which they come from. The stress of the past month took a toll in my health. Just when I thought I was recovered from a viral infection, I got sick again, leaving me drained and feeling pretty tired. Against my very own nature, because I'm usually a very active person who loves to be doing things all the time, I'm taking this season at a different pace. I want to nurture myself in the same way I'm nurturing my garden, understanding that sometimes not everything goes in the right direction, and that failure is part of the process. Being compassionate towards myself is the first step to heal the chronic fatigue I have been facing lately. Doing easy activities in the mornings are helping me to be active without putting too much stress to the body. It seems like it was yesterday when I was preparing the soil to plant my potatoes, and in a blink of an eye, they are already dry and ready to be harvested. This year, I was way behind in every single step of the planting process, from getting the soil ready to being able to set the watering system to covering them with hay. So coming here for the first time, not knowing what to expect, and being able to harvest these potatoes honestly felt like Christmas Day. A few weeks ago, I somehow found a voluntary squash plant that I didn't know how it appeared in this dry and clay soil. Today was the first day I was going to see what was growing, and it ended up being a Tondokia rudinisa squash, a variety I grew last year at the base of some of the fruit trees. I planted my onions near the tiny live oak tree and also found a little surprise that made my day. This amaranth variety that I loved from last year's garden and made the mistake of not saving its seeds. To my surprise, not everything went wrong this year with my crops. Maybe not a single sunflower grew in the land after sowing more than 50 kilograms of seeds. But this amaranth plant is standing still, giving me hope and teaching me that while expecting the unexpected might be scary sometimes, it always brings wonderful surprises if we are open to receive them. Something I'm looking forward every night and that I'm really grateful for are my new linen sheets. My sleep hasn't been very refreshing lately, due to the mosquitoes, a quite uncomfortable pillow, and a spoiled cat that wakes me up every few hours. But now that most of that is solved, going to bed to soft fresh sheets that hug you every time has felt like a gift. To keep them white and crispy, I wash them with sodium bicarbonate and a natural soap. I removed the natural softener I used before and somehow they seem to be cleaner. Something that I have been working lately is to remove all unnecessary stressors, because at some point you reach a limit in where it doesn't make any sense to keep swimming against the current anymore. Last year I signed up in this website to be able to use copyright-free music for my YouTube videos, so I basically pay a fee per year and I could use the music, which was amazing because I had more variety of music to use. But since the day one was a nightmare, I had issues all the time receiving copyright claims, threats, but because I'm a really stubborn person, I like the music and I was doing everything right, I was putting excuses of why I was still using this platform until a few days ago that the same issue happened again, and I had to sit still and realize, look, it doesn't make any more sense to keep doing this, right? You took the decision to use this platform because you thought that for the art that you make was better, but it is causing you so much stress and anxiety and it's completely unnecessary. So instead of going down the rabbit hole of no, but I'm right, this needs to be solved, I just decided, let's stop the nonsense. And while I can't solve the issue, I'm the one who can choose what to do with it, and I chose to let go. It is only me who ultimately decide if I allow someone or something outside of me to affect my well-being, and I just decided that I no longer have the space or the energy for it. But getting to this point of clarity hasn't been always easy for me. It's been through therapy that I was able to develop the tools to deal with a stressful situation before getting anxiety. You guys know I'm a big advocate for mental health. I talk about it all the time in my channel. So I'm really grateful for today's sponsor, BetterHelp. It is an online platform designed to be convenient, flexible and suited to your own schedule. The sign up process is super easy. You just answer a few questions and BetterHelp matches you with one of their therapists. You can do your sessions via phone call, video chat or even messaging. If you have ever thought about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. You can use my link betterhelp.com/Eugenia Diaz to get a 10% off your first month. As always, I will leave all the links in the description below. I'm really excited to share with you all a new summer recipe with just a few ingredients that I have been loving lately, and I believe many of you will love as well. I will leave the free recipe with the ingredients and the steps in the description of the video. This lemon cake is much more than just a lemon cake for me. The lemons I use are from the lemon tree we planted last year, and through this short period of time, the lemon tree has to endure the floods of fall and winter season, which almost drowned most of its roots, to soon face the scorching heat that came afterwards. A pretty accurate representation of what the pressure and work of what the last year has been for all of us. So today, this cake is a celebration for all of us, who in one way or the other show up every day for us and for others, never giving up, following whatever dreams we have, no matter how hard they seem. For me, the summer season officially starts the day I'm able to make these baked potato recipes from my garden. If you have ever grown your own potatoes, you know what I mean. The taste and texture of freshly harvested home-grown potatoes is like no other, and baking them with fresh rosemary from the garden is one of my favorite combinations of the summer season. So while I wait the first tomatoes of the season, I will be indulging this dish every other day. The trick is to bake them at a low temperature so they cook well in the inside, then turn them around halfway and finally leaving them to get crunchy and crispy in the outside. So I will say that around 160 Celsius degrees or 320 Fahrenheit. The baking time depends on your oven, but around 40 to 50 minutes. I hope you enjoyed today's video and make yourself the meal you deserve. Bake something you like and gently welcome the new season we are all together embarking. I will be forever grateful for your presence here and for your continued love and support. Thank you.
Ven sentado. No me he hecho ni caso, Guille.